Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and decks I'm using are listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into your choice. Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Cancer? It feels like the decision has already been made. Kind of interesting. No, stop. Okay, so the decision has already been made. What do we mean by that? Because it's starting with the Three of Pentacles. You put effort into something. You got involved in something because you had to. The choice was made again. The Two of Pentacles reversed twice. Got involved in something, you put a lot of work into it. It's almost like if it was a family or somebody important to you, they might have needed something, or you didn't want something to go bad or something. So you just kind of like, I feel like you didn't think about it, you just like, well, I need to do this. And you just did what you needed to do. You know, it reminds me of when a loved one is having a hard time. You don't even think about it. You just get involved and you fix, or you help, or you make things better. You take them where they need to go. You just do it. There's no like, what should I do? There's none of that. There's just, oh, you're hurt? Okay, here we go. And I'm taking you to the ER. I'm taking you to the doctors. I'm taking you over here. I'm fixing you up myself, depending how serious it is. But I get that there was no thought. There was just, I need to do this, and here we go. And you put a lot of effort into this. Okay. There's more coming forward. And it's kind of like, I don't feel trapped in it. I just feel like I'm not questioning it. These two are in the center. I don't feel like I'm choosing. I don't feel like I'm choosing, but whatever it is, it's going to be a long connection. It's not going to go anywhere. And with the Eight of Swords reversed is like, I don't feel like I'm trapped in it, but I don't feel like, it's not like I feel like I'm trapped in it, but I don't feel like I'm thinking about it as a choice, if that makes sense. I don't feel trapped, but I'm not feeling like it's a choice. I'm just, this is what needs to be done. Here I go. Not really thinking about it. Again, I don't feel trapped, but I'm not thinking about it. I'm just, that needs to be done. Here we go. And the next level is coming in, and a lot is happening, but there's a question mark. Is it making a difference? Is it making a difference? Whatever's going on here, something is happening. You're helping. You're doing the best you can. You're doing what you feel is right. And it's not about wanting to do anything. It's just like, this is what needs to be done. But then there's this question mark, is like, is this actually helping? The further I go, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm doing this, but like, is this changing anything? Is this just keeping something going that's not working anyway? And I feel like I am going to get stuck. I feel like I have to share the load because I am getting stuck. It's almost like certain things in your life, you're going to have responsibilities or things that need to get done. So it's kind of like I have to share the load with somebody else. Again, I feel like I just do this. I'm just like, well, this is what I need to do. This is just what needs to be done. I find whoever I need to get to help, and then that's just what I do. It just doesn't feel like there's any stress with it. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's fair to say that. I just feel like there's no, like, you know, I have another choice. There's just, this is what needs to be done, therefore I do it. It's kind of like the stuff fell off the table, therefore I pick it up, I clean it up, and I put it where it needs to go. I don't think to myself, oh, I could just leave it on the floor. I don't think to myself, I could get somebody else to do it. I just see it happen, and I just naturally pick it up and I put it where it's supposed to go, where I feel it needs to go. So if it falls off the table, possibly you could put it back on the table, but maybe you're like, no, you pick it up and you just put it where you think it should go, and you're not really thinking about it. You're just doing what needs to be done. It's just kind of like, well, obviously this is how that should go. That's not where that belongs anyway, so since it fell off the table, I'm going to pick it up and put it where it's supposed to go. Stuff like that. When that moment happens, I feel like there's a series of those moments that might happen. Like, where it's just kind of like, I keep doing the same stuff, and I feel like I keep picking up the mess, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm not finding why it keeps falling off the table. I just keep walking in the kitchen, and I see that this stuff is falling off the table, and say there's 5 other people who live in the house. I'm just like, I don't even know which one of them is doing this. I don't understand why nobody else is picking it up, but I'm not going to just leave it there because that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. And then you just do what you need to do. So, this is telling me this is a loop that's not, this is not a good loop. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody else. This is where we keep going in a pattern that's not creating any type of evolution. We just keep doing the same thing, and it just keeps happening. And we're not drilling down like where it's coming from. There's an option here, a different way to do it. Fire with something. Judgment in your favor. The 4 of Wands reversed, which is telling me breaking the contract, which would be breaking the pattern. The Chariot card is your card. I feel like this doesn't have to be bad, but it's almost like, if, for example, there's 5 people in the house, it's one of the 5 doing this, I assume. I just have to like touch base with all 5 of them one way or another, either all at one time or individually. But I have to like especially nowadays, I'll take a picture of it and put it in a group text. Who left this stuff out? I feel like that's a way to handle this. Just a group text. I take a picture of the stuff. I'm like, who left this stuff here? Like, who's doing this? This seems to keep happening. And it's almost like I get no answer, and I'm like, for the love of Pete. So I'm like, then I have to start tracking people down face to face, and I'm just like, did you do this? No, I didn't. I saw that, but it wasn't me. That's why I didn't answer. Oh, okay. And I go through all 5 people, and nobody's answering. So then I'm like, okay, wait a minute, what's happening? And I have to like keep drilling it down, and then I have to get everybody in the chat again saying, I've talked to all 5 of you, and you all said none of you are doing this, but somebody's doing this. There's only the 5 of us who live here. What's going on? And then through another person, you find out, oh, maybe they let somebody else they let somebody else have a key to the house, and somebody else has been coming in and doing this. And we're like, well, why? What's going on? And it's like, this is how we stop this, because something is going on. Something is not right. Something is off balance. Something is not being looked at correctly, because we're just expecting that it makes sense, whatever's happening, until we really start drilling it down. And then we start to find out, like, wait a minute, why is this even happening at all? Like, who is doing this? We can't find out who's exactly doing this, but we're knowing this shouldn't be happening at all. We start drilling it down, finding other options, finding other ways to do things. The friendship card there is saying this doesn't have to be a painful moment. This is just kind of like, hey, this is happening, and I'm just wondering who's doing this. Because every time I come in here, it looks like it fell off the table. I clean it up, but like, why does this keep happening? Who's doing this? And it's not like I'm just like, ugh. It's more like, who? Like, why? What are we doing? Is there a better option? Because this isn't working for me. And I feel like I'm constantly picking it up. Something needs to be said. Something needs to be said. There's an outside energy here that's causing an issue. And by drilling this down, you'll find out what that outside energy is. Could be a person, doesn't have to be, but could be. Either an outside person or something is causing whatever the issue is. By drilling it down, we're finding out, like, I feel like, again, it doesn't have to be like a negative thing. It's just like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. Who else knows what's going on here? I'm just trying to figure out why this keeps happening, because it's just going on forever, and I'd like to, like, find a way to solve it before it gets to another issue happening again. There's an outside influence. It's giving me the hiccups. I feel like this isn't going to be bad for you, but it may be shocking who it is or what it is. A lot of hiccups with this part. May not like what I may not like the answer, but it may be like I don't like the answer because it's been going on for all this time, and I'm just like I didn't realize that's what was happening, and I don't like that. And even though I don't like that it's been happening, I do appreciate the end of it because we know, okay, we figured it out, we drilled it down, we worked together. I don't like that that's been going on. But now that I know, we found the proper way to shut that down so it's no longer going on. It might be one of those things where you're like, I'm kind of creeped out that that's been happening all this time, but now that it's stopped, I feel better that it's stopped. Harmony again. I don't think this has to be negative for you in any sense. It's just, well, it's maybe negative in the sense of like, oh, that's what that was? Oh, that might be a little like, I don't like that. But that should be almost like a positive, like, now that I know that it's happening, I'm thankful that we've stopped it. Things will get better after this. This is going to create a new stability, and there's something different that needs to come out of this situation, a new evolution. This will shut down something that's not working. This will shut down something that's in a cycle that's not helping. It's not evolving. It's just very stagnant. It's like spinning your tires and just accepting it. Like, well, I'm trying to move the car, but it's not going anywhere. And the way this current reading feels, the current energy is like we're sitting in the car, the wheels are spinning, and we're just kind of like, well, that's what we're doing. We're just sitting here in the car while the wheels are spinning. And like, I feel like if you think of it that way, would you really sit in a car? How long would you sit in a car while the wheels are spinning and just kind of go, I guess that's what we're doing. We're just going to sit here for hours while the wheels just keep spinning. Like, I don't think we'd want to do that. I feel like once we realize, like, oh, I thought we were going somewhere. I thought we were slowly moving. We weren't moving at all. But now we know what's going on. I feel like we can fix the situation. We can change how it's going. And we can start progressing forward. This should really help the situation. There's more people who come in after this for some reason. It might be in relation to, fixing whatever the problem is. Yeah, the King of Fire and the Strength card. The Strength card talks about Leo. The King of Fire can be Leo as well, or it could be any of the fire signs, to be fair, because I've heard it. I kind of agree with that. It could be any of the fire signs. It doesn't have to be a fire energy, but this is an energy that actually moves forward and gets things done. It's not going to sit here and wait to figure out every little nuance. There's a problem, they get up and they start working on it. They don't just sit there and like try to figure out every little nuance. They're like, there's a problem. They get up and they start sorting it out, physically sorting it out. That's going to be what comes in. And I feel like they're saying go with this. This might be a little uncomfortable, but this is kind of like we need to clear out what's not working, address what's not working, kind of clean it up a little bit. That way you could have a new life with this situation, something that's going to work a lot better and create a new opportunity for you with the King of Pentacles and the fertility here. And that's where this one ends. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.